Rue is a drama film about Tinh. She is a immigrant with her family. They flee after the Vietnam War. They're a wealthy family who gets pushed out, and they become boat people. So we start with them driving into Quebec, a very cold, different landscape from Vietnam, and spread throughout the film are flashbacks of Tinh and her family. So they lived in a wealthy house. She had a cousin that she was fond of. There's also the time the soldiers were breaking all their stuff. There's also their tumultuous time on the boat. And then this is all cut with her. It's some sort of coming-of-age film, because this is based off of a novel by the writer. She wrote this script with a couple of others, so it does keep in a sort of unique sort of vision of the director, but it's also kind of a stiff, sort of cold, not because of the wintry landscape, but just because she's a very shy individual. So there's this chatty girl named Joanne that sort of befriends her, but there isn't much in terms of... I think the most powerful moments are when her father gets a job at a Chinese restaurant, and there's another immigrant there. He's an older man who's a server who escaped some vicious stuff. He was only the one to survive being imprisoned by other soldiers, and it definitely hit me a little bit hard, because the same thing happened to my uncle. He was captured, and they didn't break his legs, but they basically tortured him and hurt him in a very similar way. So this movie's pretty moving. It's a Canadian film, so I had to check it out. It's also Vietnamese inspired, so that's like my heritage. I'm trying to watch more Vietnamese films. But this one was a little bit on the boring side, to be honest. Besides the occasional cool story from that old man, there's not much else going on in terms of moments. It's some pretentious moments at the end too with the camera work. I didn't like those artistic touches, but overall, acting's pretty good, production value's pretty good. It might be a little bit off-putting to someone who's not Vietnamese or Canadian or French, so I give Rue a 5 out of 10.